Hello, my name is Joseph Gum, and I'm here to present on the Repository Crisis Scorecards, an assessment of organizational resiliency to the unexpected. The RCS, or scorecards, were started one sleepless night in February, then went through rapid iteration and were published on April 3rd. This project is a group effort involving co-authors in the Earth Sciences Information Partners, or ESIP, Sustainable Data Management Cluster, of which I am the current chair. I'm also unemployed, so if any of you have a job in data management, I'm happy to talk. The original inspiration for the RCS are the 2010 Dodd-Frank Act stress tests run by the Federal Reserve on banks. Similar to developing stress test models for banks, a scorecard was developed for repositories to determine how resilient a repository might be in the face of stressors. The RCS currently consists of three parts: a pre-worksheet to prepare and two scorecards. The format of the scorecards is borrowed from the NSF EarthCube Model Data RCN, where users fill in only one column and final weighted scores are computed then added. Weights were developed through gut feeling and could be improved. The pre-worksheet consists of questions such as, how much data stored at the repository is the primary or only copy of the data? The first scorecard is the Repository Resilience Scorecard, which consists of crisis-altered questions on normal repository operations. This is the primary scorecard and the one to fill out if short on time. The second is the Data Impact and Recovery Scorecard, which is made up of questions and sections that didn't quite make sense in the first scorecard, but we didn't want to lose them. We realized that they are crisis invariant questions with the occasional trick questions such as, are all of your data perfectly fair? We intend to come back to this scorecard and revise it. There are 4 crisis scenarios with different current names, but can be thought of as these categories: a loss of material, funding, functionality, or personnel. The impact of these crises are represented by a simple yes-no question, where if the question would result in a negative effect for the repository, the relevant score would be set to 0. During the creation of the RCS, we asked close colleagues to test the tool and received 5 sets of scores or responses to validate we might be on the right track. These responses reflected 4 different collections at 3 different repositories, with 2 people responding on the same collection. The differing results from 2 people scoring on the same collection showed how biases and imperfect information caused different scores that could be useful for staff to discuss together. We put together a Google form to gather responses that is linked in the instructions. While the downloads and views of the landing page has been a great success with roughly 1,600 of each, the response rate has been 0 to date. This is the first presentation I'm giving of the RCS outside of ESIP, so I'm hoping to go from 0 to 1 with the help of some of you. The feedback we gathered in ESIP is the RCS is useful as a self-assessment tool and conversation starter to see how repositories can improve themselves. We've also heard opinions that the scores could be used to justify cutting grants and ending repositories, which is not the intent of the RCS. We are working on a data privacy policy and adopting best practices around response anonymization to ensure the safety of all respondents while making a public dataset available for research purposes. ESIP received a 6-month award from the Sloan Foundation to continue work on the RCS, including finishing an RCS description paper detailing the thought process and decisions during the creation of the tool and releasing a version 2 of the RCS. We will survey 4 cohorts on their experience with the impacts of data access disruptions and on actionable strategies for building data resilience. And finally, we will publish a white paper summarizing findings from the RCS and providing recommendations for strengthening repository resilience. We want to adapt the scorecards to better handle repositories that manage physical artifacts, as we don't intend to leave anyone out. We intend to reach out to repositories with physical artifacts to gather feedback and publish changes in an upcoming version of the RCS. Thank you for your time. If you'd like to learn more about the project, submit responses, or participate in a focus group, you can visit our website at asipfed.org/RCS, join our monthly meetings online, or email us at rcs@asipfed.org.